I'm just gonna get right into it. Hey guys, how's it going? So, I'm gonna be talking about being Italian and Australian in Australia. So, most of you probably couldn't tell unless you know me that I am Italian. I'm not tanned, I don't have certain features that most Italians have. I'm not the stereotype except for the big nose and the big eyes. So, I have a lot of people coming to me going, oh, but you don't look Italian. And I say to them, well, what do you think I look like? And they'll say, I've had British, I've had Irish, I've had Scottish, I've had plain Aussie. Anything that's not tanned is what I've had. That's funny, like, you know, I'm probably the whitest in my family, out of my cousins and my mum, my dad, and whatever. But that doesn't bother me, like, I'm still Italian and I know it. Do you know how Italians talk with their hands, as I am doing now? Well, my mum was on the phone to her mum, so my nonna, and I was sitting next to her watching TV, not paying attention to what they're talking about, but all I knew for sure was that it was a very exaggerated conversation. So when Italians get, you know, into their conversation and they're getting very, like, just excited or even if they're getting angry, their arms whip out like crazy. Was talking and talking and talking as usual. My nonna probably couldn't get a word in, and all of a sudden she's doing this, talking blah 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 blah, smack straight into the side of my face right here, right? So she's over there, she's gone whack, she's hit my face, and I've looked at her like, what just happened? So she starts pissing herself laughing, because obviously it was an accident. She got really excited about something that she was saying and smacked me in the face by accident. Not realizing apparently that I was even there from like point blank. So another point, if you ever date an Italian, know an Italian, you are an Italian. If you are an Italian, you'll know this is true. When Italian, mostly women, when Italian women are very excited or very angry, the higher their hands get or the bigger their hand gestures get, the louder their voices get. Whoever, this Italian woman is talking like this, you know, keeping their hand towards like their neck area, blah blah blah. They're talking like, you know, like room length, like room volume, like indoor voice. You know what I'm talking about? I mean, Italian people's indoor voices are not what you would expect indoor voices are. I've had friends come over and my parents will literally be talking, just talking, in like the second, like in the front, and we'll be in the back. And my friend will look at me and go, are your parents yelling? Like, are they arguing? And I'll just be like, no, they're just having a normal conversation, because us Italians are very loud, even when we're just talking. Anywho, so, back to what I was talking about originally. So yeah, so talk down here. It's like, you know, room volume, whatever. But you get the woman going like out here like, can't believe that this happened, oh my god, blah blah blah. Like, their hands get higher and more volume and their voice goes up. If that ever happens, keep like a meter distance, just so that you don't get smacked in the face like I did. It won't be on purpose, but it'll be like, she's gotten way too into this conversation, just step back, just safe distance, you know? Now this isn't to offend anybody, just to let you know, I am actually Italian. Like, if you heard my whole name, you would know that I'm Italian, and you wouldn't, if, I've had a lot of people say my name very strangely. So, my name is Claire, or in Italian, Clara, and my last name is Ruggeri. I've had Ruggaruggi, Ruggieri, Ruggiriari. I've had people just want to call me Claire R or Claire Ruggs. I've had people try to spell it with J's. I've had people try to spell my own, like my first name, you know, because it's one of those names that has like 3 ways of spelling it. But I spell it with 6 letters, not like 5 or 4. Yeah, so, you know, there's a lot of quirks to being Italian, and I love being Italian. I love the food, I love the music, I love the people, love it all. When my boyfriend met my mum, and my dad, I remember my mum and I were having a conversation, just a normal conversation, and because we were talking about an inside joke, we were pissing ourselves laughing, and my boyfriend looks at my dad and goes, "Is this normal?" Because when we were pissing ourselves laughing and trying to talk whilst laughing, it sounded like we were dying. Like, and it was loud because, like, as we're laughing, that's another thing, as we're laughing and trying to talk on top of our laugh, it is extremely loud, okay? So he, you know, just verifies this with my dad, and my dad goes, yeah, this is totally normal, they have a lot of inside jokes and they're very loud. Another thing, which I noticed even when I was in primary school, was, and I wrote an essay about this in primary school in like grade 3, that the only way to shut up an Italian is to offer them food. Same goes for like most women. Because, you know, you see those like comic things or whatever, like those photos on Facebook, and it's like, when your girl mad at you and you offer her food, she shuts the hell up. Same thing for women. I mean, for Italians. Same thing. So, I remember a couple of times when we'd have family over, like say on my mum's side or my dad's side, like we'd all be talking, we'd all be having our own separate conversations, so there'd be like 10 different conversations going on all at the one time. My auntie walked in and she goes, okay, food's ready, and it was like you could hear crickets. Everybody shut up and all you heard were footsteps going towards the dining table. Just mention food. and you'll be able to like get your word in when Italian music is playing. Now, I think it was last Christmas, we just had music playing in the background, so it wasn't loud, right? It was background music so everyone could talk over it and hear what you were saying, and it was all good, you know, just to set the scene. Anywho, my dad and his 3 brothers were all sitting on the table like directly in front of me, and I was on the other side. So I'm watching this. They're all singing this same song, this Italian song, at the top of their lungs. I don't think I have the clip anymore. It was on my old phone. But at the top of their lungs, they were just singing and you know, busting a few moves while they were sitting down, blah, blah, blah. Like, it was insane. So it was like a whole like mini concert of Italian guys singing Italian songs. So when Italian songs come on, and there are Italian men around, or even just Italian women, back up unless you're a part of it, because even if you are a part of it, keep like at least 2 steps away between each of you, because when they move, their arms are flowing, their volume of their voice is high and freaking loud, and just keep your distance. But it is great to watch. It makes you, you know, feel like you're a part of something. It's fantastic. I love it. Another thing. So, in early high school, we needed to get, you know, flu injections or whatever as class groups. So
I hate needles so much. Anywho, we're walking into the hall. We're seeing like the made-up wall where you walk in, you get your needles done, you walk back out, and you're done. That's it, right?
I'm waiting in line with a photo in my hand, right? And I'm just like, I'm so scared. Like, I was breathing heavy. I was like on the verge of tears. Anywho, had the thing in my hand, I'm looking at it, and this was there specifically to calm me down. It was a photo of just my dad's side on New Year's Eve.
Now back then we used to do New Year's Eve at my uncle's place, and we used to do fancy dress. So we all had these beautiful, extravagant, fancy dress costumes on. I think I was dressed as a cheerleader, I don't know. Anyway, it made me laugh because it was a great photo, it was great memories, like we all looked like idiots. It was great, and there's a lot of us. So, I mean, considering my dad has 3 siblings, my mom has 3 siblings, it's a big family. Anywho.
So my teacher's coming through to check on all of us, making sure we're okay. She gets to me, and she's like, are you okay? And I'm like, yep, I'm just looking at this photo, like, you know, I'm trying to calm down. And she goes, why'd you bring a photo? I'm like, it's helping me calm down. Like, it reminds me of my family and that makes me happy. Whatever. She looks at the photo, takes it out of my hand, and goes, is this mum and dad's side? And I was like, no, this is dad's. And then she's like, you have a big family. Like, she could not believe. She's like, are you related to all these people? I was like, all of them except for like 3. And she's like, wow, you are so lucky to be a part of a big family, blah, blah. And that's the moment where I was like, wow, I actually do have a big family, because, you know, you don't realize what you've got until someone else points it out who doesn't have it. I have, just on my dad's side, 3 aunties, 3 uncles, and 6 first cousins, and then, you know, I have second cousins, third cousins, fourth cousins, etc., etc. And I've met some of them. But we only really see second and third cousins and etc. at like weddings or funerals, just the bigger events. Not that a funeral is a big event. Anyway, I was trying to explain to my boyfriend how my family works and how many people there are. And all he could understand was my immediate family. So, you know, my parents, my aunties, my uncles, my cousins, and my grandparents. That was it. If I tried to explain that, like, it was someone was my grandma, like nonna's sister's daughter's son, like whatever, like to make my third cousin or my second cousin, he'd be like, nah, I'm lost. Nah, I'm done. That's enough. But yeah, so being Italian is fantastic. Being any nationality, just embrace your nationality. I love my nationality. I know a lot of people that love theirs, and you know, it's so amazing to be a part of something so unique. Like, we have our own foods, we have our own music, we have our own everything, and it's shared worldwide. This video was just to explain like how I love being Italian and Australian, and in Australia. Embrace your culture, embrace your nationality, embrace who you are like I do. Peace out, guys.